Hi, Mike here. It's Monday morning, 2:45. No good thing's going to happen this late at night, but I'm going to try to do something good. Um, Regarding Donald Trump, just saw his niece recommend on YouTube that we continue to make fun of him so he has a mental breakdown. The problem with that, of course, is that we don't have a plan to then take care of the nation while he does, unless it's really obvious, like he has a stroke. He's got too many people that are loyal to him on the cabinet would that would that have um, no cojones, no moral courage to do the right thing. Linda McMahon probably doesn't. I'm sure Pete Hegseth doesn't. Marco Rubio probably does. The vice president is the one who needs to keep a head count going. Hopefully, he's doing his job because his job is really, besides getting the vote for the administration's positions in a tie, which wasn't the original point of him presiding over the Senate. He was supposed to actually have an independent judgment. Um, but in fact, he was supposed to be the opposition leader. So it was actually designed to have him not be on the president's team. But yeah, they read too much Rousseau and not enough Hobbes when they designed this country. So yeah, unless you've got a plan for orderly dismissal, don't make the man crazier. Don't push him along by making fun of him in public. And don't make fun of him in public anyway, especially not his marriage. My goodness. The people who are most down on him are Myers and excuse me, um, and Kimmel. And, Seth does too much day drinking to even think about um, talking about anybody's marriage because his wife is probably just a little pissed at him. So yeah, and Jimmy's wife, um, yeah, she disrespects him on national TV, even though we know she loves him. It's one of those relationships that's got contention and sarcasm in it, which, I've been in relationships like that. So yeah, it's a unique dynamic, and when you can do that, it shows that you're not in walking on eggshells all the time. Although I do walk on eggshells with I do behave myself with the ex-wife, with the girl the last girl to have my key, woman who had my key, who I went to school with, 40 years this May. We graduated. Is a Zionist, and I am not. I am a different, and she's a Buddhist. She's a Zionist Buddhist with Jewish parents. Only my father was Jewish, so, and I'm a Jew for peace. So, reform. You can be a Reformed Jew if your father was Jewish. So, you just have to show up at the synagogue, and you're in. So, um, why not? That's probably going to happen one of these days soon, because there's a synagogue down the street. I'm just not sure what their orientation is. So I should check. So although it's an uphill walk, but yeah, um, and that leads us to, of course, to Hegseth, and the problem with getting rid of Trump is that Hegseth is one of the guardrails. He's one of the people who, if Trump decides, I'm going to just nuke Russia, and he would never nuke Russia. He wants to build a hotel there. So, and Hegseth doesn't either. He's a Russophile. So, but he might, having them have control of the nuclear weapons is still not a good thing. So, if we're sure he's not going to do something nuclear, then, and I don't think they would, then there's less of a risk, but crazy rulers can do bad things. And the thing about Pete is he's one of those people who thinks that that the rapture is going to come on Easter Sunday this year, and ruining the world to make it happen like that. Yeah, I don't trust Pete with nuclear weapons. So it's not a Russia thing. It's a let's destroy the place thing. So maybe it is Donald Trump who's the person that Gene Dixon warned us about. So yeah, it might track, but yeah, let's be careful about, and as far as his health, yeah, he's 80 and he's sick and he's got some mental issues, some personality issues, but making them worse is not a good strategy, I don't think, unless you've got a way to have him go, so, and I don't think those guardrails are in place right now. If they are, then they should be used. If they aren't, then he should be very judicious. And, making fun of somebody's physical ailments. Trump has some ailments. His hand, anybody who's ever had an IV knows that, or blood test knows that if this is red, there's something going on with needle sticks and finding veins. So if he has trauma to his hands from getting blood work, you don't make fun of it. You don't make fun of his hair and his hairstyle because it was because he had head surgery, and he doesn't grow hair on the back of his head. We've seen the pictures, and it's just and it's not a pretty sight, and he should have the right to cover it up. So yeah, it's not. Don't make fun of people's disabilities. Just don't. There was a cabinet member who just recently had an illness, and they made fun of it on TV. No, don't do that. It's inhuman. Not only inhumane, it's inhuman. Don't do that. No wonder the president's pissed at people. They're being publicly uncouth. As uncouth as Trump is, he may not be able to control himself, and he's playing to his crowd. I guess Myers and Kimmel are playing to their crowds too. But if you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. Okay? I'm surprised that Trump hasn't had the coherence to actually mention these things. If you with comment about somebody's relationship, don't be surprised if they go after yours. And maybe that's what Trump should do. Should hit. If Trump's, Trump, I think he's got a right to hit back. Just to shut people up from saying things that are just, yeah, it's a cheap laugh. Melania is a good Soviet woman, which is from Slovenia, which was a republic. They don't, smile a lot. They don't show affection. So, yeah, don't make fun of her affect. It's not nice. Don't make fun of their relationship. It's not nice. She's just being her. So she's a big girl. She could leave if she wants to. She likes the power. And she puts on a good cover. So, yeah. She's a lot more involved than people give her credit for. So, yes, let us quit attacking their marriage and quit attacking his health. So, yeah. Um, that's enough for today, I think. Happy week of the 15th. Oh, and happy birthday to my grandmother, who was born in 1897, as of from yesterday, from Sunday. So the 15th, on the Ides of March. So that's 129 years ago. Wow. So that's a while. So happy birthday, Birdie. And happy birthday, Florian, who I named my miscarried son after, Neil Florian. So, yeah, their birthday was Sunday. Uh, so, yeah. But don't go after Trump for personal reasons. Go after ICE. And we got rid of Nome. Or Nome got rid of herself. Yeah, that's progress. At least somebody in the Trump White House is making some sense. So hopefully they'll continue to make some sense and maybe unwind this mess we're in. So starting with defense. So yes. Thank you for your attention, as the president would say. Happy Monday.